Hey, what's up everybody? This is Iconic Repaints. Newest video to show you guys. This is going to be the newest kit I've completed. It was a commission that I just finished of the Susuki Garage Destroyer from Godzilla vs. Destroyer. It's a 20 centimeter scale model kit. What's cool about this guy is it's not based on the suit design in the movie, but it's actually based on the illustration, the poster art by Ohrai. And just like all the other posters in the Heisei movie collection, they are all beautiful. They're great pieces of art, and all the monsters look really imposing and menacing, and this guy is no exception to the rule. I never really realized how many differences and nuance, like subtle little nuances there are that really make this version, this design of Destroyer a lot scarier than what actually appears in the movie. And being able to work on this kit, I was really able to appreciate those things. Everything about him looks more dangerous. Everything about him looks more feral. He looks like a actual living, breathing, organic creature, but he looks like he came straight from hell, and I know that is not by accident. Destroyer is, to this day, one of the most popular Godzilla villains. He was the monster that faced Godzilla at his strongest, so he's up there in the category for most powerful as well. And you know, really quick side note on this thing is funny because the Heisei series, after Godzilla vs. Biollante, they kind of bailed on making new monsters for a while, and they just wanted to kind of recycle and update old monsters, the classic monsters, and kind of bring them into the movies, thinking they'll sell more tickets. But now here we are 30 years later. It's just pretty funny because now their original monsters from the Heisei series are like among the most popular monsters among fans. You got Biollante, Space Godzilla, and Destroyer. And yeah, so Destroyer is up there in popularity with the likes of King Ghidorah and Mechagodzilla, but unlike the other monsters, Destroyer's only showed up in one movie. Everyone else has shown up in several more than him, so kudos to them. They created something really cool, and this design really, to me, elevates the concept of Destroyer. If they were able to pull this off in film, I think it would look phenomenal. But yeah, just forget about having to fit a man in a suit. Just, you could look at the details of this and just how much just meaner this guy looks, and from just the spikes going down, like the sharper scales going down his tail. He's got like, which it also ends in that really kind of devilish looking fork, I guess. And yeah, he's got like definitely more exaggerated spikes going down his back. It's almost a little Godzilla-ish looking. The spikes on his shoulders are definitely more dominating than they are in the suit, and I think the suit only had one on each. He's got like 4 on each shoulder. It definitely looks a lot more dangerous to tangle with. The wings they look like some hellish bat creature. So it was really, really neat all around. It all ends with this guy's head, where he's got another row of like the spike-like appendages in the back of his head than the suit does. So ultimately, that also helps make him look more feral, as well as just, I think, the size of the actual face among the head, it's smaller, like the ratio smaller. So everything about him just looks bigger, and yeah, it's a really remarkable piece. I've seen this design done multiple times by different studios. This one has hands down the best sculpt out of all the ones that I've seen. It's just, the detail is brought up a whole different notch than the other ones. Yeah, great looking piece. Like I said, 20 centimeter scale, so it's really not that big, but it is packed with detail. And the client wanted me to kind of try to keep this a little more similar to the poster art, at least as far as color palettes go, and not so much the bold red colors of the suit. So it is darker. There's a lot more blacks thrown in there and really dark browns. But I still wanted the really bright crimson red to highlight just the more angular parts of the kit itself, from the spikes going down his back to the tips of whatever you call those things that are surrounding his face. And yeah, so again, the claws on his hands being red, that's straight from the poster version. Some differences were taken into consideration. For instance, the horn I originally had black with red highlights and red tips like the poster, but this guy was looking really dark for a while, and some of the details just kind of getting lost in the overall depth. So we went to traditional colors for his horn and just little differences like that. But ultimately, client's happy, so I'm happy. You know how the story goes. I do really love this piece though. I mean, the sculpt itself is my favorite representation of Destoroyah that I've come across. And yeah, it's a design, it's a statue that's worthy of being the monster that, depending on your point of view, it kind of helped kill off Godzilla. And at the time, they thought it was going to be the end of Godzilla for good. Well, I don't know who really thought that, but when I was a kid in 1995, I believed it. So he's kind of got a very legendary status among Godzilla fans. But you know, sweet design, really great sculpt based on an amazing piece of art. I'm happy to have this guy framed. This poster, the poster framed of where this guy is inspired from. So actually, it was just kind of funny to be able to work on this piece, and that's what it took for me to really realize just how much more devilish this thing looks here. So I went back and looked at the poster that I had, and I never really looked at it, I guess, hard enough all these years. He looks far more fearsome than in the movie. Wish they were able to translate this, but it's a lot like his other designs as well. Like his poster with Biollante she looks crazy. Space Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, those posters, he's just across the board. He just really turns these monsters and they look like real gods rather than just the mutated animals that they are in the movies. But that's my 2 cents. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Got another one coming on its heels. Everybody be safe. Peace out.